Hello, friends. Hang on to your hats. It's our psychic weather forecast for the weekend to come. Three Card Thursday from Cards of Light. Brian Noe with you once again. Thank you for joining me again this week as we look at three cards for the weekend to come using the Thoth Tarot deck once again. Let's take just a moment to take a couple soft breaths here, get centered in the body, get our minds calm. All right, and as we cut the cards, if you wouldn't mind to give this video a like and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't, I would much appreciate that. Our first card is the Seven of Discs. A little bit grim. And the Princess of Discs in the middle. And we have the Ace of Wands over here on the right. Okay. So, two pip cards, one court. Couple from the suit of discs and one wands this time around. So for openers, beginning influences for the weekend to come, perhaps waning influences as we head into the weekend. We have this Seven of Discs, and in the Thoth deck it's styled failure. I think of this as a crop that has failed, something that we've invested a lot in, either our time or our emotions, something that we really care about, really put our heart into, and all of a sudden it has just come up empty. We cannot, there are no guarantees in life. All we can do is do our best. We have a right to that. We have a right to our actions, but not necessarily to the fruits of our actions. That's just part of life. We pick up and we go on. So if we're experiencing this sort of loss, this sort of failure, may feel pretty desolate, but we have hope as we get into the weekend. This Princess of Discs, this character is the daughter of the earth, and in some ways represents all of us, the most grounded of all of the court cards, Earth of Earth. She is the potential of all that can become manifest in this material reality. And so as we experience failure and loss, there is also hope for things to come. And we have to hang on to that. This would be a good weekend to spend some time outdoors. And if you have ever thought about, if you garden, definitely spend some time doing that. If you have ever thought about growing things, even if you're in an urban environment, if you can get a couple pots and some potting soil and maybe some flowers or plants, dig around in the dirt this weekend. That would be very therapeutic and good for us, especially if we've experienced some sort of loss here, and particularly some kind of loss that doesn't have to do with agriculture, or plants and that sort of thing. To get back grounded in the earth and to see that things happen, they progress naturally. They are planted. You nurture them. You do your best, and then sometimes they grow. And it doesn't always relate to the amount of attention that we give something, the amount of work that we put into something. There are storms in life. There are all kinds of things that can cause us problems. But the process of watching those natural cycles of growth happen and unfold and all of that are instructive and good for our spirits. Okay, and speaking of spirits, we get over to this Ace of Wands toward the end of the weekend. This is the primordial fire, and I always like to say when this card comes up that fire can be, it can warm us, it can cook things for us to eat, it can bring us cheer, or it can burn things down. And the choice is up to us how we are going to use that fire, not just the literal fire, but the fire within us, our passions, the things that we care most deeply about. Are we going to nurture anger and disdain and hatred and those sorts of things, wish ill for others? Or are we going to lift the torch high and carry that light and pass it along to future generations? That's the question that I think this card poses on a more natural or more immediate, more mundane level. We can see this as the spark of imagination, a creative pursuit. So maybe before the weekend is out, spend a little time reflecting on what would be nurturing for your soul to bear into the world. What are some creative pursuits or projects that you might want to get involved with either this weekend or in the week to come? So that is the way that I would look at these three cards. I'd love to hear what you think. You can leave comments here with the video or visit the weblog at atarotjourney.com. We'll be back for our Sunday morning spread. And in the meantime, I wish you peace. Take care.